Boy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about this one here tonight in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, because I'm actually talking with some guys from my state. Boy, it's about time. Well, last week we had a guy on here who, let's just say, usually causes a havoc. But in this particular case, I don't quite think we'll have a havoc, but we'll certainly have, I'm sure, a few things to talk about in like the 716 going to the Lone Star State. What about a new promotion that might infuse things in the Western New York area? What about Massachusetts later this year? What about a slew of, I don't know, a whole list of other topics, and especially in the world of House of Misfits entertainment wrestling? Boy, these guys here I see on the screen, I usually don't get to have them here too often, but tonight they're going to show why. They're here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest, because after all, I had Rhino. How do I top Rhino? How do I top World War Stud Bronson? Tomorrow was James Fury. Well, you know what? I found a way to top all of them and some, because I got not one, but maybe two wrestlers and one in the background that, well, I'm sure he'll say a few things. But, since Dave wanted it, you wanted it here in the chat, I'm going to give our guest here that introduction, the only introduction, where the only platform you get these types of things. Yes, nice to see you here. Nice to see the 716 meets the 718. Upstate meets downstate. Those in the Canadian border meet those near, well, let's just say the New York City border of the world. But the Statue of Liberty meets Josh Allen. But in the meantime, it is time to give our guest that introduction before I crack up, and then they're going to want to, well, let's say infuse me with a few pile drivers. They might want to get me those pile drivers anyway, but I'm going to give our guest here that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to finally have on here friends from my own state, and let's get this show on the road here in style on Sportzwire Radio, the number one global radio station. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one global sports show. They are no longer unwanted. They are wanted now on Sportswire Radio. You've seen them in places such as House of Misfits Entertainment. Now you'll see them in the 716 and a slew of other places, coming soon to a wrestling company near you. Ladies and gentlemen, their names are simply put Torrance Banks and Mickey Vargas. Fellas, how are we doing?
I'm doing amazing. A lot of people just need to learn to embrace those intros. A lot of people, quiet, man. A lot of passion goes into the intros. You know what I mean? You got to embrace that.
Well, feel good, because the last couple of days I had Rhino, who, by the way, said, that intro was intense. I had Stud Bronson last night, who's wrestling Savio Vega next weekend, and thought it was the greatest thing he ever heard. I have James Fury tomorrow, who is basically like, wow, I didn't realize I was getting that. So I think the tide is turning. So, I've seen some, middle of the road backyard guys go like this, and some others don't know how to react to it. But I think if Rhino Stud Bronson, who's wrestling Savio Vega, and then James Fury, who just did a couple of stints as an extra at MLW, seemed to be impressed. I think everybody else will be impressed going forward. So don't you worry about that.
You got a point. Speaking of Rhino, as much as that was a compliment, nothing is going to top Rhino. I'm sorry.
You guys are. I mean, you guys are here.
To pay our respects to him. It's Rhino. Like, we cannot sit here and act like we are better than Rhino. That's Rhino, brother.
You know what? Listen, it was a great moment. You know what? It was a great moment. We're going to talk about you guys. I'm really excited. You guys have some really cool things coming up here, but it's a great moment. There's no question. It's great, but the community brought that together. You guys, everybody who wanted that moment, everybody who liked and shared on Facebook, everybody who messaged. So it was a great moment, no question. But let's obviously cut to the chase here, and let's talk about you and Torrance Bank, especially for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where it's all wrestling matters. And you guys certainly helped build to the tune of nearly 1,372 subscribers. You guys have something coming up here in Texas, the Lone Star State. So tell us about Mickey Vargas, the 716, meeting the Lone Star State. Tell us more about it.
Man, talk to him, kid. So, I mean, going down to Houston, Texas on February 1st to the Houston Premier Arena. The door is going to open at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. If anybody here is listening from Houston and happens to be around,
you never know. I get people from all over the place, you know. So
you never know. So I just have to name drop. I had to drop that.
No, I'm going to put the poster up for it in a minute. So go ahead. We're good.
But yeah, it's for a company called Allied Championship Wrestling. Been looking at them for a little while. In particular, I've been talking to one of their bigger champion dudes,
nice.
Hoff.
Okay.
And I've been talking to him for, over close to a year now.
Wow, okay.
Making that bridge, you know what I mean? It's not easy. I can't, action speaks louder than the words, so he saw a lot of my clips.
Yeah, my dad used to always say that. He'd go, action speak louder than words. He'd go, Tom, action speak louder than words.
You can sit there and you can talk and you can talk, but I can, until you prove it, does your word matter? But anyways, it's just, saw clips, saw videos, saw the proof of what I can pull, and finally, gave the okay. Him and Kingpin finally gave the okay. And it was like, come on down. But it just so happens that, he was like, you're good, but then turned around and was like, matter of fact, I don't know. He's like, yo, you're a hypocrite, bro. Like, that's that Southern stuff. And, that's just that weird.
They'll say one thing and then tell you a different story.
But like anything else in life. But, congratulations, first of all. Have you been to Texas before?
I haven't. This is my first time going to Texas.
What's that like? That's really fascinating. What is that like? First time going to Texas. You're a New York guy like me. You're from upstate. So what's that going to be? I'm sure you're happy about going there because it's very cold here in New York. So I'm sure you're going to be very happy about going somewhere a lot warmer. I would have to think you're going to be happy about that at the very least.
No.
No? Why not?
No. I mean, I'm going to Texas for a payday, bro. I mean, straight
like
that.
But it's like where you are, it's like at least 10 degrees colder than where I am. You have to want to, at the very least, get away from the cold for a couple of days.
Man, it is, I'm
you like the cold weather?
I'm an East Coast guy. I'm an East Coast guy, I'm going down to the South for strictly business. I'm not going down there for fun. I'm going down there for a payday, and I'm going down there to take their Texas champion and then bring it back to the East Coast. But I mean, that's my priority. I mean, nothing. I don't care about none of their food. I don't care about the barbecue. I don't care about nothing.
Well, all right. So you mean to tell me? And I put the poster up here. We'll talk about it further here. You mean to tell me you're going there? And I get it, and I agree with you. You want to go out there. You want to win this, but you're not going to do anything. You're not going to have a Texas barbecue. You're not going to go in and soak up all the sun, and you're not going to do. You're just there for wrestling. There's nothing else you're going to do. So you're going to go.
No, I'm there for business. No, I'm not. I'm there for business.
Okay.
Wrestling is my business. The way you put it, you made it seem like I was there for like fun. I'm there for business. You know what I mean? You got to put it to how the way it is. I'm there for business, and I mean, I don't really care for what they have to offer other than money and that title.
Well, I mean, I agree with you about the gold and the money. Okay, fair point. But so how are you going to win this here? Talk to me about this here. You're in a first time ever battle royal. And so, what's the strategy here without giving it away? How are you going into this here coming up, which is actually in less than 3 weeks?
Actually, that promo that I
Yep.
posted on my Instagram and all
I
my other
just I
social
just
medias.
watched it a couple of times on Facebook and Instagram. I saw it on. Yep.
Yeah, all over my social medias. It's actually sparked attention, and this kid named CJ Renegade, he's actually been on the come up on the training aspect, on indie aspect of Houston. He's wrestled on a couple of pro feds over there, local
Mhm.
wrestling, FPW, a few notable feds out there. He's an upcoming student, real cool guy. Uh, but he's tended to open his mouth, and he wants a shot at me. So what that entails is, I said let's make one better. I'll wrestle you, but whoever loses, they got to go number one. In the battle royal, they got to go
Mm.
number one, and whoever wins, you get to pick whenever. So I mean, honestly, my strat going into the battle royal is beating CJ first. I got to get through him in order to get my strat down. But I'm not really too worried about that. He's a
No.
notable kid. He has notable opponents. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. If you haven't watched him, look him up. I got to pay my respects where they are. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's from the South, and you just can't compare to someone that was just brought up in the East Coast. I was just raised different. The
No,
cold out
absolutely.
here
Yeah,
has made me
I agree with
stronger.
that. I agree with you. We're raised
We're
a lot
raised
different.
different than those
Yeah.
Southern. You know what I mean? Like, you can sit there and play the South, and just because you're strong, no, brother. I promise you, I'm coming from the East Coast. I'm gonna smack you in your mouth. I'm gonna knock the barbecue teeth out your teeth, and I'm gonna call it a day.
So Torrance, I gotta ask you, giving Mr. Vargas any advice or telling him anything that he
Uh,
should be doing?
not not really, because I know Vargas, and I know when it comes down to this battle royale, I know he's gonna take it home because it's Vargas. We're buffaloes unwanted. We're a different breed. Like we're raised different. Like he said, we're from the East Coast. We're a different breed. We're just different everything. And I know he's gonna take this championship home, bring it back to Buffalo, and make us all proud.
All
That's
right. So
yeah.
what will it mean to you, Mickey, for everybody here back home? You win here and you take gold coming up on February 1st. What do you think that'll do for not just you but everybody here?
I really think that it'll put us on a different part of the map. We're already on the map. Don't get me wrong, but it'll put us on a different part of the map.
I think you guys have, I saw, what was it like in September? You guys went somewhere and wrestled on an indie show, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys did something. You had Shocky's house party. You were in the riot in the ring. So you guys, I think people are, definitely seeing.
WFW Warfare Society
Yep.
Wrestling.
That one.
Yeah. So I think people have seen it, but yeah, going to Texas, coming up here February 1st. This is on a whole nother level. I mean, not to quote Rob O'Malley's music there, but you would be on a whole new level here, figuratively and literally.
100%, 100%. Going down there, and as much as I have much disdain for the Southerner people, you know what I mean. There's
Why
some
don't
good
you like
people.
the people from the South? All right, tell the audience because we do have people from around the world. Why don't you like Southern people? Why?
They just
Why?
don't have the class. You know what I mean? Like, you go down there, and they're just very old country. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, the East Coast, I'm not with the very old country folks. You know what I mean? I don't like that lifestyle. That lifestyle is just not my forte. So the fact that I even got to go down there, it's just like out of my comfort zone.
Well, how long is it gonna? I'm curious on this. How long will it take you to get down there? What's the travel
And it's
time
about
like?
5 hours, about 5 hour flight.
Okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. So
Five
it's
hour
five
flight.
hours.
You know what I mean? I already chopped it up to my head. I have 5 hours to get out there. About 2 hours to kick some ass. 5 hours to get back. I still got enough time to get some dinner.
All right. Well, let's do a couple of things here first. I know a lot of people are excited here tonight, and I'm excited to be here as well. It is coming up here at Allied Championship Wrestling. It is Houston, Texas, February 1st, 7122 Avenue B. in Houston, Texas, zip code 77011. It'll be the first time ever Battle Royal in Allied Championship Wrestling. And you can see here, our guest tonight, Mickey Vargas, is going to be a part of it alongside a slew of other wrestlers.
I'm gonna win it.
Well, you very well could. And if you want to find out more information on that, I'm going to put Mickey's Instagram link in the chat in a minute, but you can check him out on Instagram, Mickey Vargas 716. I'm going to do that here right now for the audience. So if you want to give Mickey a follow, definitely give him a follow, because he's definitely in a mood to get some gold and do a couple of different things here. I see a lot of people in the chat seem to be fired up by that, whether you like that or not. But we're excited about Mickey being here, and I'm excited about the show here. Very cool, and congratulations to be a part of it. I don't know if I'm going to agree on all the things you said about the South. I got people all around the world watching and listening.
Listen, the only person I have respect for in the South is going to be, D'Angelo Flame.
Well, I'll get to him in a little while.
He's the only one. He's the only one that I gotta actually,
Well, I'll get to him. I'll get to him later. But I did want to talk to you about something else. You and I have been speaking a while. I know we've been trying to get you on here for a while, and you're back here, and I'm happy to have you. And Mr. Banks, obviously, not related to Philip Banks, obviously, famously of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But you never know. But I had to throw it in there. I had to give some humor to the chat. But you and I have been talking about something for a while that I think is going to, infuse the wrestling community here. So tell us about this project that I think you're going to be a part of, and I think is going to be really cool for a lot of people, especially here in the Empire State and especially in Western New York. So talk about this project that I think you're going to be a part of here coming up.
All right. So right now we have this company coming up. It's called Infuse Pro Wrestling. Infuse Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
And it is honestly, when it comes to locally based, it is the only 716 or in Buffalo, the only training facility you're gonna find. Meaning it's gonna be right in Black Rock, locally off multiple bus routes, walking distance if you in Black Rock.
Okay.
It's very accessible for the average person that wants to become a professional wrestler. I know multiple people that live in Buffalo that just don't have the means to go out to the, where these other training facilities are and go get the proper training. So what we're doing, we're going to bring that to them, and we're going to bring that with credible trainers such as Shadow Man, who's obviously, if you look him up, he's making big waves in the
And you were talking about Dakota, and you were talking about a name I know very well in Dakota Orion. You said that to me before. Where like, I know that name. That's a big name in the independent circuit.
It is a
huge name.
It is, and he is also one of our trainers. We also have other trainers that I will not announce at the moment because I don't know.
Don't do that, especially now that Rhino's been here. Stud Bronson was here yesterday, and James.
I'm not going to announce them at the moment, but those are our two head trainers at the moment. Very credible, very, professional.
Well, it's very professional of you to announce those names. Very professional. But what's that like learning from those names? Dakota Orion is a name I know very well. I've talked with a lot of guys in the Pennsylvania wrestling circuit of late that have talked about him and different guys. Dave Jameson, Savage was here a couple weeks ago, Andrew Lovelace. So Godric Sandwell's here next week. So I've heard that name quite a bit. So what are you gaining from those names in terms of your own journey here coming up?
So we haven't started the school yet. So the school still has about 3 to 4 weeks to open. So we're still accepting all and any students.
But you're talking to them. But you're talking
male,
to them.
female, aliens, whatever you want to.
Sammy Hagar famously said on Howard Stern that he believed in aliens years ago.
Yeah.
My dad, when he was alive, he used to kind of talk about that. As a kid, I know you're from Buffalo. I'm from Brooklyn. It was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe there are aliens, but
there's aliens out there. There's gotta be.
You know what? Listen, I'm not going to get into that, but I will tell you, you're probably talking to these guys. Are they giving you any advice, anything at all?
They are. They definitely are. They're definitely opening my eyes to the business end of professional wrestling without me having to even step foot there yet. They're definitely schooling me without even having to, as much as I'm like, nothing's perfect. No man is perfect. Butt heads sometimes here and there, but that's just the marketing of that's just what it is.
That's life. That's life.
That's life. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they definitely taught me a few things without even having to get in the ring.
Oh, you know what? But that's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of these new things, right? You're talking about obviously a training school, going into a new project. You go into Texas. I mean, what a way to start the year for you. What a great way. Some people look at it and go, January's the doldrums. It's cold. It's dark early. It's depressing. But you're looking for gold. You're going to Texas. You're a part of a
Man,
school.
you gotta start the year hot, man. You gotta start the year hot. You gotta get to go. You gotta get the train going. You gotta get it going. Choo choo. Choo choo.
Well, what are the trains like in Buffalo, actually? What are the trains like, actually?
They're not very good here.
I figured that. That's why I was asking. Are they like what we have here in New York City? But well, let me ask you this question, and this could be for both of you guys. What are your goals in 2025? I've been asking this question a lot lately to people. Like, what are your goals for both of you in 2025?
Do you want to go first? Yeah, go ahead. My main goal, just getting my name out there more. Like going to companies, getting my name out there. If gold comes my way, hey, that's cool too. But just me getting the Torrance Banks name out there, getting it known, letting people know, hey, I'm not just some guy who likes to help run a show here or help a Shaki's house party there, or you know what I mean? But again, shout out to our brother Shaq,
he's in the chat. Well, we'll definitely say hello.
But like I said,
we'll say hello to the chat in a little while.
I just want to get my name out there as a wrestler instead of a behind the scenes type of guy.
I couldn't, you know what? And thank you for saying that. And I believe you being here will certainly open some eyes. You talk about companies. Are there companies in mind that you would like to go to, or maybe have in mind? If I could, this is the platform where the big boys come, the heavy hitters. So you can answer this question here.
One of the ones I've been watching for years, in my personal opinion, is Grimm. GTS, Grimm's Toy Shows and Company. I've been watching, and I would lose my mind if Grimm messaged me on X or Instagram and was like, we want you and your guys to be on our show.
Yeah.
I would lose my mind.
Listen, I mean, Rad Dad was here a few weeks ago. He's the GTS legacy champion there. You got Jimmy Controversy, who comes here all the time. Jimmy Controversy's back on Sportswire next month. Oops, I did it again. Well, at this point, I've had Rhino, Stud Bronson, and James Fury, so there's going to be no I'm changing my mind. But Gabe Sayers was here a few weeks ago, and Stefan Havoc, of course, your boy. All these guys have been a part of that. So that's a great place to be. The 7th biggest wrestling company everywhere. That's the world. They're number 7. So to be in GTS, I've seen guys on my platform go and be a part of it. Austin James. He's from DBW. He got a shot into GTS this past summer with his brother. So I think GTS is a great goal to be in. And guys on this platform have either been a huge staple or have gone there recently and had some success. I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely. Vargas?
So I think my goal for 2025 is just, to make IPW, a thing and get it off the ground and start up a real, true indie fed, professional, 100%, 110% professional indie fed in Western New York.
Absolutely.
And be able to make that claim, at the end of the day, that I am 100% professional indie, and be that guy. That is my goal at the end of the day.
I think it's a great goal. I think that, you want to go and progress. I think you don't want to stay the same. I think everybody wants to go and do different things. And I think what's exciting about you, obviously, Havoc was here last week. O'Malley's been here a few times, is that you guys are going to different places. And, you guys are absolutely right about a couple things. You guys should get the respect. You guys should get the opportunities. Everybody else gets them. So why not you guys? I mean, it's 2025, and I think that you're in the right place and the right platform to do that, because guys left and right come here and they get their moment. And I think that you guys definitely deserve the moment. I think that the guys from home definitely deserve that as well. So, I mean, why not, you guys? Why not? And we are here with Mickey Vargas and Torrance Banks. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters here. And if you want to follow House of Misfits Entertainment, Backyard Underground Wrestling, I am going to put their Instagram link up. I'm going to put their YouTube up, link all the really cool stuff that you might want to see. Please go out there and support them. I would appreciate it very much. And tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, make sure you're here for James Fury. The one and only James Fury is here. The Eternal Flame. James Fury is here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And if you want to follow House of Misfits Entertainment Backyard Wrestling, we're going to talk about that right now. This is their YouTube channel. The guys are inching up closely. Yep, you bet. And I'm putting that link up right there for everybody in the chat. I see Zilla's here. I see a few other new people and some others. And 411 subs. Let's get that to 500 subs. Let's get that to 1,000 subs and so on and so on. So, fellas, let's talk about what happened most recently. You know, Mickey Vargas, I know you were the champion, but it looks like now there's somebody else that's the champion. And pretty sure that that's Onyx there. And for those that are listening and watching here, let's talk about how things ended and where do we go from here in the House of Misfits Entertainment Backyard Wrestling?
What do you mean, where we go from here?
Where do we go from here? Where do we go? What's next? What's next for Mickey Vargas and Torrance Banks?
What's next is I get my title back. I mean, that's what's next.
You think
that's what's next? I mean, that's a simple, question for that's a simple answer for a simple question. That's what's next. What's next, is I don't know if you watched our last paper.
I did. I actually did
for the holidays 3. But what's next is I don't know if you saw that, but
I did.
He put a couple staples in my head.
I actually did. You know what's funny? You said that. I knew you were gonna.
I gave him a receipt.
Well, I would actually put it. I'm going to put some of the match on the screen, but I was actually going to. I knew you were going to bring that up. I was like, I guess maybe you're trying to top.
It gets me so riled up,
Are you trying to top what Jake has been doing? Jake gets money stapled to him. He gets this stapled to him. Are you?
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's this one's a little different. You know what I mean. This is like my best friend. It's the principle of it. It's not the aspect of the. I don't care about the pain. The pain isn't what I care about.
No,
it's not what I care about. It's the principle of it. This was a man that I called my best friend. This was a man that I trusted with my life.
And he screwed you, stabbed you right in the back.
Hurts, right? That hurts, right? Hurts more than anything else.
I mean, it's different now when you cried your tears over it. A man that you grew up with. But now none of that. Now I just want his blood. Now it's nothing but hate. Now it's just like, I don't know you. You're just a stranger on the street, and you're gonna get this work.
That's gotta hurt, though, right? That you think you know somebody, you think that you had it all figured out. And then, no, you don't know them. It's got to hurt. I mean, like, for me in the neighborhood, I thought I knew somebody for all these years, and then they look at the other way or they turn their back on me. It's got to be the same way for you, Mickey.
Oh, it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And like I said, I cried my tears about it. And, what's in the past, and when it comes to tears, I shed those and they're gone. And now I'm focused on other stuff. I'm going to get my get back. I'm going to get my get back as far as, those staples plus some. And I'm going to get my title back.
Well, thank God you took the staples out at the very least. It was nice of you to get
What I was going to say is, hey, you never know. Mickey, you might be 2-belt Mick when it comes down to it at the end of the day. Texas, House of Misfits, like.
That's what's up.
Right.
I mean.
You never know. You never know, man.
Listen,
you never know.
Listen, if I get that Texas championship, it's just proving a point. That's another principle point. I mean, I'm not really going to do much with it besides take it back home, go to Niagara Falls, and then dump it.
Wait a minute. All right, time out. We're playing this in the background here. You know what? This is where I got it, fellas. You mean to tell me, okay, you come back with gold. You come back with gold here. You're going to do nothing with the title, nothing with it. You're going to do no celebration, no nothing.
No, I'm not talking about the home. I'm talking about I was talking about the Texas championship.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, no celebration. I mean, what is it to celebrate about? I mean, the Texas.
You won a championship from a different state that you haven't been to. That's not a big deal.
Nah, man. If it was a state worthy of flexing
Like here.
of that.
That is
like, if I
only
was, like,
Mickey
if I was
Vargas'
the champion of
opinion
like
for the
New York
chat.
State, if I was the champion of New York State, or I'd even put more respect on Florida's name before I would respect.
But actually, you said something really interesting that perked my interest because you talked about our state. If there was a champion of our state singularly, it is kind of interesting because there isn't many of us, and there isn't many of us that come here. It's you. You got Shockey, who's been here. I got Torrance Banks here. Havoc's been here a bunch of times. O'Malley's been here. Eddie Exile's been here. And there's a guy that I won't bring up with 3 initials who's been here. And one of my buddies who's a pro wrestler who trained for Amazing Red. And there really hasn't been much of us here in New York that have been here on Sportswire. I mean, I had Nikki Chooch last week, who's not from New York anymore, but is going around saying he acts like he's from New York. But there isn't many of us. I think that would be fascinating to see if we had one singular champion from our state. I think that'd be fascinating.
Exactly. You see, that's my whole point. We don't have that. And why would I go and flex something that I don't really care for? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just want it so they can't have it. You know what I mean? I'm that type of guy. I'm that type of dude. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that they want it. Oh, you want it? Well, now I want it. But I really don't want it.
But you were about to have a victory here that was taken away from you.
Yeah. Disgusting.
More disgusting than Texas.
I've watched this in amaze. In amazement.
Yeah. It hurts.
And then he goes around, I feel so emotional about it because again, he's like my best friend. Then he goes around and he says he beat me. This man didn't beat me. He didn't pin me. Anyways, that's a different story.
He let you did all the hard work, and then Onyx comes in and steals it.
Well, I mean, that's unfortunately in the record book. We don't see these things, but it's still, nevertheless, it wasn't the, let's just say, Christmas gift you were hoping for.
Not at all.
It was definitely almost like a lump of coal, sadly.
I must have did something wrong to Santa. I guess I was on a naughty list.
Did you do something to Santa this year? Whether it was your trip in Massachusetts last year or something, or no? Did you remember saying?
I was good. I thought I was.
I think good. It's funny. I think you look better with the bald head, actually. So I don't know. Santa has to think you're better looking, at least.
I would appreciate if he did. I mean, that's a big confidence boost if he does.
I mean, because you've at least in the looks department, if some would say, have come a long way. But I mean, so I don't know what the issue was, but unfortunately, you're not here with gold tonight, and that's obviously a sore subject, nevertheless.
Yeah. Still a little hurt about that one.
And how about you, Mr. Banks, and your efforts here on this show? I mean, I could certainly put that up on the screen, but
my efforts on this show wasn't that great. I wrestled Tito, and
I'm aware. I think Shockey Boy wanted me to address that.
Of course, Shockey would want that guy. But yeah, much love to him. But yeah, I wrestled Tito and I lost. That show I lost, which is kind of.
But you know what though? There's always a next time. There's always a next time, and
yeah,
I think you guys aren't unwanted anymore. You guys aren't unwanted anymore. But
I would like to think that. I would like to think that.
You're here on Sportswire right now. You're definitely not unwanted anymore. So you can put that to bed.
I am definitely still trying to expand my horizons. You know what I mean? I'm still, if anyone wants
I think it's pretty cool you're going to Texas. I think that's fast, regardless of what you think of Texas. And for the record, I happen to love Texas and all the people that are in Texas that listen to us here. But I think that's pretty cool that you're going there.
I don't have respect for Texas in general. But I still want to go down there and make an impact in as many different companies as possible, just to prove a point, to prove to the Southerner fans that the East Coast does it better. That's why I want to go to as many companies down in Texas, just to prove a point. Not that I like.
So you would like to go. So okay, so I hear this correctly. You'd like to go to other places.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Any ones that come to mind?
One big Texas Fed or two.
Well, maybe when you're
is local underground.
Well, maybe when you're down there, you can tell the Dallas Cowboys how to finally get it right when it comes to, actually winning.
I'm going to Houston. I think they're Titan fans out there.
No,
Texans fans. It's Texans.
Texans
Yeah,
fans.
Texans.
Well, if you want to follow House of Misfits Backyard Underground Wrestling, that's the YouTube channel. I'm going to take this off the screen because I actually do want to give you guys something on behalf of home. I actually want to take this off the screen. I'm going to go like this. I should be able to put it up. So we're going to take a couple of things here. And I want to, since you guys are here representing the company, and I see a bunch of different people from the locker room, only if you guys insist, I would certainly like to give you guys something. Only if that's okay. I know it can't make up for what happened at the last show. I know it may or may not be the same thing as what happens at Allied Championship Wrestling or anywhere else. But if I could present something on the screen, only if you guys would allow me to.
I would allow. I would
You allow?
allow.
All right. You allow? You sure? All right. Well, I'm going to put it up on the screen because, as of today, January 14, 2025, it is House of Misfits Entertainment Day on all Sportswire radio platforms on this date, January 14, 2025. You got Mike John Hancock. You got today's date. You got the logo. There's nobody else that does it like here on Sportswire Radio. And congratulations to you and everybody else in the locker room. I know it can't make up for some of the things, but we can only go forward, and the best is yet to come for the company. And congratulations to you and everybody else in the locker room here.
That I really appreciate that. Thank you very much on behalf of everyone at home.
And I will give you guys the physical copy when you're off the air, and each and every one of you in the locker room can have a piece of that. And we'll, I'm sure, have more coverage of you guys. I think let's get to the chat here because I want to talk about a couple of other things. So let's take this off the screen. Let's bring you guys. I'm going to keep you guys this way. I can see both of you guys. I want to see both of you guys, beautiful faces from the state of New York. And speaking of people that are here, Nathaniel Rage, who's from West Virginia, Appalachia, West Virginia. They just had like 4.5 million inches of snow, and he was here. So want to say hello to the devil himself, who believes the devil might be a good guy. He might actually believe the devil is a good guy. May or may not be the case, but I knew that's why I did that. I had a feeling you were going to give that reaction, but thank you for that. He's on YouTube, House of Rage Productions. Zella is here, who's our resident, of course, chatter. She would like to say hello to Mickey Vargas and friends. I was trying to make this surprise. I figured friends would be good, So hello, Torrent is a friend. Although Shockman may not agree. Hello to Nathaniel Rage. Hello to a woman, Atomic Trash. Howdy. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the show, enjoying us here. And check the guys out here. Check them out on House of Misfits. Yes. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to these guys on Instagram. Don't subscribe to me. I don't need any more followers. I'm ready to retire.
That's the time.
I was going to say, guys.
Stop being humble.
I was going to pass the baton to you guys on Sportswire. I'm going to retire now. It's time to let's give you guys really the respect. We'll really make you guys want, and I'll retire now. It's time to retire. I feel like every time Jack Nicholson's character in the Batman movie Joker, he said, oh, it's time to retire. I always feel like that line. Speaking of people, though, who I know you know very well, Joe Starr. Joe Starr. My buddy Joe Starr, who's in your chairs next Saturday night. What do you think about Joe Starr? I know you guys have hung out with Joe Starr. Maybe you've done a few things infused with Joe Starr, I hear, through the grapevine.
Joe Starr is cool as hell, man.
I love Joe Starr.
Not only is he a cool person, but he's a great worker.
He is a great worker, and you know what? I call him now. I don't know what you guys think about this. I call him the Puerto Rican Dusty Rhodes. That's what I call him. I do. He moves like him. He's got the mannerisms. He's humble. That's what he is. He's the Puerto Rican Dusty Rhodes. And I keep telling him if he's going to change. Yeah, I could dig it. Yeah, and he's the NEW Northeast champion. And he was there at Shocky's house party, by the way. He was there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was there. He was at Shocky's house party, too.
He took an L, though. He took a big L.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But he did it in fashion, which matters.
Yep. He does. He does work hard. Yes, hello to Joe Starr. Joe is here next Saturday at 7 o'clock. We respect Joe Starr. Speaking of people, Stefan Havoc.
Havoc in the building.
One half of the NEW Tag Team Champions of the World. Boy, another alum of that company with 3 initials I won't say anything good or bad about, but memories. But it's main event Mickey Vargas, my favorite wrestler from Buffalo. Yeah, that's right. Let that sting with the rest of the unwanted. Nothing but love and respect for this guy. Anything you want to say about good old Havoc?
Havoc, that hurts. That really hurts. I'm hurt. I'm freaking crushed right now, man.
You're about as hurt as my. Well, you're about as hurt right now as my voice until I zip another Pepsi, but that's a different show for a different. I thought it was funny. I think I am going to try stand-up comedy instead. Hello to congrats to Havoc. Obviously, Havoc and O'Malley won. Shocky Boy is in the house. Twins. He calls you guys. I don't think you guys look like twins. You guys look like twins.
I knew.
You knew Shock was going to say something about that. He does that all the time.
He's laughing right now with that reaction. I know that.
I really think you guys are more twins with C2K. I'm just kidding.
Yo, wow.
Don't mention that, dude. Whoa. Don't do that.
Luke Draven did, not me.
It was Home Appreciation Day.
We are. I know that. Well, he didn't work at home.
No one cares about you leaving that house. You're not in the house.
And no one cares about C2K.
I'm not commenting on this comment, just to let you know. What's good, Zilla? I love, like, and appreciate the Stefan Havoc. Did that, done that, LOL, but you're right, Mickey. I think he's talking about the very beginning of the show. I think with the whole thing in the text, maybe the South. I don't know. Joe Star loves men. That's okay if he does. That's good if he does. I will leave that at that. Thank you for asking. Stefan Havoc likes eggs. Okay. Hey, Shocky, you ever drink again? What is he drinking? Gatorade? Let's move on here. We're having fun on sports. We're having fun on Sportzwire. This crowd could probably do the wave tonight. We have a bunch of us here on YouTube. Shocky, Joe Star, Riot in the ring too. I'll get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Let's get to the chat first. I'm gonna get to Massachusetts. Ask Torrance why he turned on Shocky.
Don't ask me that.
Okay, I won't ask you on that. Next question. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, next question, please.
Next comment. We'll move on. Thank you. Stefan Havoc made the poster, right? For Texas? No comment. Thank you. Wait, that's an answer, yes. Wait, Torrance turned on Shocky? Yeah, he did.
No, Joe Star. I did not turn on Shocky.
Okay, we'll move on. Thank you very much. This crowd is getting lively tonight.
Move forward,
it is
please.
after dark. Damn, bro.
I don't remember that happening.
I'm going to say next topic here, next comment.
Yeah, please, next topic. No.
It seems like you guys and the IMF guys have the same comments. There's always this guy eats corn the long way, that guy. I don't know what it is.
We got to talk about IMF. I'm trying to.
Well, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to get to the chat, all that.
Let's move forward, please.
We got a lot of people in the chat. Torrance doesn't eat with utensils. He uses his hands. This is ridiculous.
It's corn on the cob, dude. Like... Let's move on. Let's just move forward, please.
I'm going to move on. Slobbert Rude, Cowboy Slob Orton, Slob Sap. Who is Torrance? He's right here, Zilla. Luke Draven, shut up, Torrance. I don't know why. Mickey going to rip some heads off. Yeah, that's going to be a fact. Torrance trying to plug Buffalo's Unwanted. Well, he got the shirt on. What's wrong with the shirt? Thank you. Nicholas Crenton, by the way, of the IMF of all places, the RCW champion, says the South is filled with hicks.
He gets it. That's a man of class. That is a man of class. He gets it.
Well, he's a Midwest guy, so they're in between. What do they know? Hello to Nicholas Crenton. Torrance, okay. Thank you. Follow Mickey Vargas on Instagram while you're here, though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, wait. Tom, he's talking. I think I know what Shock's talking about when he's talking about.
Yeah. We'll move on. We'll go next comment. Main event, Mickey. Follow Torrance Banks on Instagram, though. Do me a favor. Follow him on Instagram. Let's move on. No, wait a minute. No, not. You're on Sports.
You can follow me or not. It don't matter either way.
They should follow you. Listen, they should follow. I'm here. We had Rhino on. We had Stud Bronson on. Fury's on tomorrow. They can follow you. The chat is here. They can follow. I see 18 people on the YouTube tonight at 11:16. Yeah, they're gonna follow you. Torrance is just happy to be here.
I am, Luke. Thank you.
Let's not call you the R-Truth of home. Let's not go there. R-Truth happy to be there. Let's not. Hello, sir. That's not okay. We'll move on. We got some funny comments here tonight. Torrance needs to shave. Don't shave because I can't talk. Of all people, I am not one to talk. Don't get canceled. Stop stealing Mickey's time, Banks. This is the main event Mickey Vargas show. Well, Torrance Banks is here. You're here. I'm letting you stay here. We're letting you stay. You can stay. Who let Torrance walk when he doesn't
I gotta
stop?
let the bro on first. If we're in prime time, if I'm going on prime time, the bro's going on prime
You're
time.
getting a lot of people here tonight, so you're here, and
That's
I'm
just
letting you.
how it is.
I'm letting you stay. I'm letting you stay. He knows Grim. See what I mean? When is Luke going to be on Sportswire? That's an excellent question, and I'll talk about it with him off the air. So there you go. We'll make that happen in February. How does that sound? Sounds good, right? We'll do it. Well, he's not on Wanted now because I just mentioned it. I mean, I could have been there now, but I couldn't. Well, I'll make you here next time. We'll be here in a few weeks. How does that sound? Well, we got Torrance Banks, but apparently I got 20 people on YouTube right now watching. So Torrance Banks is doing pretty good right now. You're doing good. You're doing good on YouTube. A lot of people on Sportswire. I think it's a good time to be here. I think people they want to be in prime time. Well, I'm not sleeping on Buffalo, and I know you guys aren't sleeping on those Buffalo Bills unless you guys aren't Bills fans.
Whoa.
No.
Till I die.
Wait,
Till I die. What are you talking about?
Are we winning? So are the Bills winning this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna give you a hot take. You're gonna laugh when I say this. Josh Allen's fiance, Haley Steinfeld, is better looking than Travis Kelce's girlfriend, Taylor Swift.
And I will agree with you on that 150%.
Thank you very much. That's why Torrance Banks stays on Sportswire Radio tonight. We're going to be Super Bowl champs, and the unwanted is going to be wrestling champs. Mark them words. You know what? I think America... Anybody, listen, at this point, I wouldn't mind Buffalo winning. I mean, I am a New Yorker, but please no Kansas City. I'm tired of Kansas City. And please hit that sub button for House of Misfits. Please, entertainment. Please do that. Torrance turned on his longtime friend. What a Torrance thing to do. Torrance, you're really taking it on the chin tonight. Boy, I mean,
Tom, it happens all the time between me and Shock. But
well, you know what?
Shock's my boy. Shock.
We love Shocky Boy. I know. Shocky. We love Shocky on Sportswire. Shocky Boy. Shocky Boys. We love Shocky on Sportswire. One of my buddies, Comatose, is in the house. I want to give Comatose a little plug because Comatose is now maybe the man to take over for me. He's stepping in my shoes again. He's doing podcasting, and he's interviewed a couple different people recently. And give him a plug on YouTube. There he goes. Thank you, Comatose. He just shared our link on Instagram. Thank you, Comatose. I appreciate you very much. He's back here next week. Thank you very much. Who else we have here in the chat? Sending love, guys, from Meepster. Is it Meepster? Right? Did I get it right? Marissa Meepster, sending love, guys.
AKA the camera woman of home.
I've heard this before, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Hello to the GOAT. Thank you very much. I could have been there tonight. I mean, I could still, but, we got Torrance Banks right now.
Shut up.
Torrance listening to this knowing he did the same to Shocky. That was from a while ago about the turn on Mickey. But I'll move on. Baby Shock needed tending to. Exactly. Yep. Hello to Zilla. We love Zilla on Sportswire. Baby Shock, I've named Jolt. Prince Jolt. This name, we got a funny laugh. We'll move on. I got the point. We move on.
The moment he saw C2K, he was done.
I think a lot. Well, I'm going to move on and say, look, we are obviously praying. We're going to say our sign of the cross and do our prayers, and we'll move on. Some of us are God-fearing individuals, so we'll move on. But thank you. Watch your mouth. Well, I mean, at least you got that. You got that going for you, right?
All right. Let's not bring this guy up now.
I actually this time I did. He did it. The most unwanted of the unwanted. That's kind of funny. I want him. Ha ha ha. You wanted you. A lot of comments today. I'm going to move on here. Hello to James Taylor, the legendary nemesis James Taylor, the ROEW owner. You did say about places you want to go. Is ROEW on that list in Michigan?
ROEW is on that list. I have been interested in going there. I'm pretty sure I might have reached out to them actually.
Yeah, well, James is here now, so.
And I may have to start watching their stuff just because,
All right.
I watch their stuff.
I was supposed to go.
I don't want to. I'm not going to spoil it, but James Fury, who obviously did a little bit of work in MLW, he says a couple of things about them tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern time. You might actually want to hear what he has to say, but James is here. But I don't think you're an idiot, by the way, Torrance. I don't think you're an idiot because you're a part of a home day on Sportswire. So, and you did agree with me on the comment about Haley Steinfeld.
Yes.
He wrestled Tito a whole month ago. This, by the way, interesting. Now, have you guys heard of this name? All right, let me take this off the screen. There's this guy Chase Wakefield. Now, you guys talk about going to different places, right? And this guy Chase Wakefield, he is having a wedding invitational super show. He's got the stepdads there. He's wrestling
I've heard about
Nakamura.
this.
Now,
Isn't
I'm
he
going to talk
the-
about. Well, I'm going to talk about it here. It's in Pennsylvania. He's got a bunch of different guys on there. Now, you guys are New Yorkers like me. You guys are a little bit closer to where Mr. Wakefield is. And I would have to think, right, as fellow New Yorkers, you guys should be there, right, at this Chase Wakefield wedding invitational coming up, don't you think?
I mean, that only makes sense. You know, I've seen this on Instagram. I've seen this on Facebook. I've seen this on TikTok. I've seen this all over.
Yep, I've been on my TikTok, yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I've seen this all over. I would definitely be honored to be a part of this, for sure.
Well, I think you have better luck than this Justin Parsley guy, who apparently actually is only allowed to be there as a fan. So, I mean, you guys should be there as wrestlers. And Mr. Wakefield's here, by the way. He's here Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to ask him about why not Shockey? Why not Mickey Vargas? Why not Stephen Havoc? Why not? I don't know Luke Raven. Why not Torrance Banks even? Because you know what? These guys, to me, are wanted. They're not unwanted. You guys are all wanted. So maybe Mr. Wakefield could, I don't know, maybe put you guys on the bill because you guys are New Yorkers and not too far away. And he wants to have the greatest wrestling super show in history. And he can't do that without more New Yorkers, don't you think?
You can't do that without the unwanted. I mean, it's just not possible. Come on.
Well, I'm going to talk to him about it Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Imagine being Torrance and not knowing what story you're in. That's not true. That's not true. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. And Chase wants to come to Buffalo. He wants to come wrestling home. So it's only fair then if he wants to come to you guys that you guys get invited to his thing.
I mean, one hand scratches the other.
Well, you can put it that way. I mean, and fascinating, though, that his other half wants this show more than he does, I think. Well, we'll move on. Interesting. Mans probably forgot he was one half tag team champ, too. Tough night for you, Torrance, tonight on Sportswire.
Oh, God.
It's a tough night for you. We got a lot of comments here. Cleaners, new champs, still the ones. Yes. Well, by the way, spoiler, that episode didn't come out yet. And that's the man, by the way. This man here, Mr. Vargas, you want to say anything toward this man?
You're a loser. You lost. I didn't lose. I mean, there's no way around that.
You got paid, not Vargas.
Well, we'll move on. Torrance is still an idiot. That's, you know what? I'm not endorsing that. We love everybody here on Sportswire. Happy House of Misfits Entertainment Day. Thank you, Zilla, for bringing us back here to a lighter subject. I appreciate you, Zilla.
Other than JTA losing, I mean, I have to say he is one of the most amazing workers at home.
I agree with Jace, by the way. I think that you and everybody else in home have insane potential and can't wait to see what you guys have in store this year. I agree. It's a great comment. Want to say hello to our friends in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, in BTW. RTG and the gang would like to say hello. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're enjoying the show. A lot of people here tonight. You know, it's funny. I always wonder, is anybody going to show up? Oh no, they show up on Sportswire. They show up. I had people were messaging me actually. Actually, Chase Wakefield was like, "Who's on tonight?" And I was like, "You guys." He was fine. He actually, to his credit, he was very excited about you guys coming on. I want to give Chase his due. He asked me, Tom, I've been so excited about Sportswire these days. Who's coming? I had 3 people message me tonight, and they asked me who's coming on, and I mentioned you guys, and they were like actually very enthused. So you know what? You got the reaction tonight. Wow. There you go. So
I mean, all I'm asking for is just the opportunity to come down and show whoever wants to give me the opportunity.
We got a lot of people here that want to hear it, and I want to hear it too because that's the thing. Who is that? I think he's talking about Zilla. Hello. Tom's got the mic now. Congratulations. This is the whole monitor of Sportswire Radio, Justin Parsley. Mr. Vargas, I heard you mention IMF, and this guy, he wrestles there. He's the PWF champion. He seems to make a lot of noise anywhere he goes. And some people say he looks like David Spade. Others say Ned Flanders. And he's a God-fearing individual, a fellow God-fearing individual, but he might need God when he goes in the ring this weekend because he's going to be facing hell. I'll leave that for Thursday's show. But he says, congratulations. Maybe you guys will see him one day in Iowa.
Hopefully. I mean, that's the goal.
Oh, well, I would love to see you there. Would you like to go to the IMF? Would you like me to, share a message to the owner out there? I'm sure the owner would be.
I definitely would. I mean, I would definitely really appreciate that if you could be that.
I will. You know what?
I
will. Oh, I will. Because you know why I will? Because I'm donating 2 tickets to the show coming up this weekend. So, I make sure my people get supported. Speaking of people that are here, I know you guys know him very well. His name is Justin Abel Sane, the Cambodian War Machine. Homeboys are in. It's a big boy, Justin. He's a big boy, Justin. It's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
You've seen him in Massachusetts, seen him in your state. Big boy.
Yes. He came to home.
He came to Shockey's house party.
He did.
He wrestled Onyx.
Yeah, he wrestled. Yeah,
he wrestled Onyx.
He's big.
I don't like Onyx. They had a real banger of a match. Go check it out.
Yeah, I did. Well, he's also had problems in his own company of late.
I've seen.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a psycho over
there. And Chase Wakefield doesn't like Justin Parsley. Interesting. He got the mic, not Zilla for once. Thank you for that. Justin Abel Sane is the better Justin. Well, that could be an interesting debate. A Justin versus Justin matchup. But guess what? Justin wins.
Jay versus Jay?
Justin wins either way.
Justin's the winner. I mean, so my money's on Justin.
Then you're winning.
You're winning either way. So
and you're losing. Well, hold on. That doesn't count.
Winning, but you're no.
There's no bias either way, by the way. Because he's going after Mr. Wakefield's other half. Because Janie won't read my words any other way, Chase. I'm trying to get an important message to her, but it's been a trying task. I'm going to leave that at that. Speaking of other people here, we have Mr. Ox McCoy, also from Iowa. He is the IMF Hardcore Champion. He says, "What do we got over here?" Basically, referencing you guys.
I mean, what do you? You got what you're looking at it. I mean,
you know what? Can I make the chat laugh here?
To the prime time.
I know we are definitely in prime time tonight. There's no question about that. But I have to break a little character of Mr. McCoy in a minute because there's something he said. I want you guys' opinion. It's very funny, by the way. It's a very funny thing he created for me. I'm sure Mr. McCoy he'll give me a pass on this, but I have to play it. It's really funny. And it's something I've enjoyed here quite a bit over the last few weeks on Sportswire. We've been playing it. So let me play this here for you because I got it for the chat. I want to get your expert opinions because you guys obviously know a lot more than me. But let's play this here for the chat. And who's Gary? Who's Gary? Let's put this thing right down here. We're live. Ric
Flair, you have made cigarette out. You have made.
Who's Gary? Who's Gary? He's smoking. We're live. Ric
Flair, you have made world.
What'd you guys think? What'd you think?
That was creative.
That's Ox's work. So Ox is not going to put me through like 80 thumbtacks because I played his video. I would hope not. But we love Ox. Thank you, Ox, for playing that.
He's unpredictable, that guy.
Well, you know what? We're all unpredictable. Justin Parsley is a garbage version of David Spade. But, I did hear the other day that David Spade sold his house for like $17 million. So, I might want to trade places with David Spade. I've been saying the same exact thing. A lot of people don't like this Justin Parsley guy. Yeah, what's up, Sane? Well, I'm going to leave that at that. Shut up, Torrance. But Torrance Banks, poor Torrance Banks tonight. Thank you for the regard. What a lovely chat. We got here, Justin Abel saying is more relevant than Justin Parsley. I still say Justin is still relevant. Just get it, Justin. Me. Who else we got here? Well, a lot of people want to talk to you guys. My goodness. I'm going to move on. Thank you for that. I know we're getting toward the witching hours. Hello to Ox McCoy. Justin Abel saying, no bad blood, nothing but respect. I feel an overwhelming need to disrespect you tonight, Chase Wakefield. And Stephen Havoc's laughing. Your face on Sportswire is enough disrespect for me. Boy, he's the whole monitor of Sportswire. He's getting a lot of disrespect. I feel you, Justin Parsley. No worries, my friend. We vibing on Sportswire tonight. This chat would probably be wave right now. Wait, who with him? Zilla, leave me alone. Why y'all so awesome for? Yeah, why are you all awesome for? Because you know why? They're here right now on Sportswire Radio, and it's this day today acknowledges House of Misfits. And if you're here, by the way,
home, like, come on now.
Yeah, it's home. And you know what? I want to make sure everybody hits that sub button for me. Hit the like button for us on Sportswire, but also hit the button for subs for House of Misfits Backyard Entertainment Wrestling. Please go out.
Home without guys like Kevin Brooks,
yes,
Balls, Hunter,
yes,
Tito, Ebri, Data Awesome.
Ghosty Felix, I think that's illegal in 35 states.
Landlord. Hell, the camera woman in the chat.
I love everybody. It's definitely not Justin Parsley. How what is with people in corn? We're gonna leave the corn. We're leaving corn out here. Thank you for the corn comments, but I would follow him. Who else we got here? We're gonna move on here. A lot of people. It's comedy night on sports. It's showtime on Sportswire. Chase Wakefield loves Comatose. Luke Draven says facts about corn. I eat bigger. Oh, let's move on. Thank you very much. That's not the only thing to worry. We are having this crowd is. Do we infuse this crowd of anything? Do we infuse them of anything?
We must have. We got them all riled up just with our.
They are really riled up tonight, boy. They're riled up. I would love to be on your show, Comatose. Thank you for that. Just come on Sportswire Friday night. We'll move on. We're gonna move on. I don't know who that is. Justin Parsley is like a knockoff of Uncle Rico. Who is Uncle Rico, by the way? I'm gonna throw. Okay, thank you very much. We're gonna move on here. Who else do we have? Give me some normal comments here. Instagram at the CW. Yeah, go follow Chase Wakefield. Can't be. I broke him. Justin Parsley is getting bad here. I'd rather have you guys. By the way, good news. Chase Wakefield rather have both you guys than Justin Parsley on the Wedding Invitational. So there's hope. There's hope. Home. And he's home. Chase Wakefield's home Friday night. And I'm going to remind him about this. I am going to remind him about this.
Do that. I mean, all he has to do is let us know. Give us that opportunity,
So you know what? I'm even going to go further. I will personally give you his information when we're off the air. I will take care of both of you. Because I'm a gentleman. And technically, I'm almost a Rhodes Scholar because I did take law in college. I am a licensed notary public, a New York City elected official, and I would qualify for that. So we're going to move on here. I would like to get more comments. If I kick your teeth out, by the way, thank you. Yeah, leave torrents alone. And if you're here, hit the sub button for me, Sportswire Radio 6579. Do me a favor. Also, give us a follow. Give us a like. Also, check out my other YouTube channel that we're on where we have 1,250 plus subscribers. And a bunch of them are watching us. The Promo Wrestling Federation YouTube page. Our Instagram page has a bunch of followers. If you want to give us a sub, you can get notifications of when we go live here. You can do that and relive WWE 2K memories, a game I have not played yet. Dad, are you proud of me? I'm sure he is. Who is going to roast Torrance? Is this the roast of Torrance Bank? Am I supposed to do like a Nikki Glazer, Tom Brady, Netflix style show? Did I miss the memo, Torrance Banks? I mean,
no, not at all.
Did I miss the memo? I mean,
Tom, it's what they do all the time.
Well, you know what? I mean, I would like Nikki Glazer to roast us here, but she's not available. Omen Black says, Zilla can leave me alone too. Thank you for that. I thought I felt a glimmer of being proud, but I will just move on. Thank you for these comments. I would roast that Onyx guy because he betrayed his tag team partner.
Yeah.
Let's get to some other comments. Boy, I would put my money on Justin. Yeah, Justin and Justin. I said I have Justin winning. I got Justin. Listen.
Oh, my God.
Okay, what else here? This is why I think Rhino and James Fury did not want to do a live stream. I think, you know what? I'm going to make everybody laugh. I think maybe this is why Rhino and James Fury didn't want to come on a live stream. Could you have imagined if Rhino and James Fury would have did a live stream with us? Could you have imagined the comments?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
we would never hear the last of it. But more betrayals up and home that by 3. Okay, thank you very much. Breakup season at home. Valentine's Day is still like 5 weeks from now. If we don't win the tag titles, I'm turning on Shockey. You all heard it here first. Follow, by the way, hit that sub button for House of Misfits Backyard Entertainment Wrestling. Have no fear, Zilla. I will shout you out when I drop him on his head. Oh boy. Normal comment. Thank you. And he changed his photo, by the way. He looks good, the new photo. Good photo there. Justin Parsley Bennett making jokes. Mickey, did Onyx betraying you make you betray your dear Shockey, thus continuing the train of betrayals?
I didn't betray Shock. I was never even in a team with Shock. Besides the unwanted. We're still the same.
I'm going to leave that at
over.
that. I think I know where that's going. I know where it is. Speaking of people, by the way, a good friend of mine, his name is Mr. Ed Pizzo. He sees another big chat. He is trying to change our wrestling scene as we know it. He is going to be, in many ways, our next Tony Khan, Vince McMahon before Janelle Grant, Dixie Carter before Hogan and Bischoff got signed to Impact Wrestling. He has this little thing called Dooley. And why is Dooley important for the chat here? Because Dooley is going to allow wrestlers to challenge each other. It's going to allow people to vote, and it gives people an opportunity to win prizes. And if you want to find out more about what Dooley has to offer, you can do that here. I will give you guys, by the way, I will give both of you guys Mr. Pizzo's information when we're off the air. You can talk to him. Since you're going to Texas and Torrance Banks is going to places, you guys can talk with him off the air. He'll tell you about his plan and how our wrestling community might very well change the scene and change the way we view things as we know it. So Mr. Pizzo is here. Give him a follow. Give Dooley a look. Thank you for that. The body, where are the bodies? That's a great question, but Jimmy Hoffa would answer that, and he's dead. Okay, where else we got here? That one's got to be Abel Sane. Yep, hello to Ed. Follow protocol. What is protocol? I don't know. Okay, we're good. Finally, we're good. Finally, we got comments that are done with. Thank you, Luke Draven. I'll talk to you when we're off the air. I'll message you on Instagram about coming on to Sportswire. Thank you, Shockey, for that tip. Obviously, we have a little bit of time with you guys. And I heard you, Mickey, talk about Massachusetts before. And I heard you talk about this little thing called the Riot in the Ring. And I was wondering, I know last year we spoke about it, but Riot in the Ring 2 is coming up. It's coming up here. It's actually about 5 months from now. And it's coming quicker than a New York minute. Joe Starr is here next Saturday. Jakey Boy, speaking of people that have done some interesting decisions of late, Jakey Boy is here in 13 days. And so what's the future for you guys in this thing called the Riot in the Ring 2?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Torrance answer this because this is going to be Torrance's first Riot. Torrance is going to be there.
He's going to be there. Really? Torrance Banks, you're going to be there.
I have been confirmed. I am going to be at Riot in the Ring 2 in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Yep. I'm going to be there those days in Massachusetts, of course, with my boy, with my family, the Unwanted, of course.
But you're not unwanted anymore. You're wanted now because you're going to Massachusetts with all those heavy hitters. And, I read this right. As far as I know, this Riot in the Ring, and I read this right, yeah, it could very well be the biggest super show of 2025 because Chase Wakefield's wedding, it seems like it's going to blow up in smoke. But it's got people from all over this country and 29 wrestlers confirmed. 29. Guys, that almost,
honestly, to be honest, we're probably going to get in trouble for even saying we're a part of it.
Don't do it. If Jakey Boy and Justin are here, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm not mentioning no one else. No, but I'm sure we'll get a little backlash for saying anything about us being part of it.
We'll probably get.
No, you won't, because you know what? They know that they want to be back on Sportswire, so don't you worry.
And also, they probably want us to promote this too.
So.
And we love Justin and Jake. They love being here. We love them. So we want to make sure that everybody's happy.
But 29 people. 29 amazing
That's
wrestlers.
almost like college basketball. That's almost like this is like March Madness. I want to say that this is the March Madness of super shows because this is exactly like an NCAA tournament field.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be like the craziest super show you'll ever experience. I mean, again, I'm not going to name names, but the names that are on the show
Oh my God.
It's insane. It is insane.
Dude.
You thought, like, the little bit of, like, blood that you did see last ride.
Oh, it's going to get bad. It's going to get worse.
Man. Like, the names we have on this ride, it's going to get real gruesome real fast. Like, for sure. For sure.
Mickey, can you handle that?
Like,
last time you didn't seem like you wanted to have the blood and the heart.
Now it's a matter. It's, again, I'm a man of principles, and now it's a matter of principle. I gotta go now. They made me bleed. Now someone's got to bleed. Who that is, I don't care. But somebody's got to bleed.
Viewer discretion. If you're not 16, is definitely advised for this event.
16 plus.
We own that one.
16 plus. Rated R.
Well, they've been really successful. You know, we have a great relationship with all of them there. They're just awesome people in NEW. They had the Riot in the Ring, the All Wrestling Matters hardcore tournament. The hardcore tournament had like 35 people on the live stream at one point. The Riot in the Ring was a phenomenal job in how it was done. I mean, awesome. It's exciting, but it's exciting to be a part of this because of just the sheer amount of people. I think this is going to blow last year's one out of the water. Don't you think?
Out of the water. Of the water. We can promise you that.
Heck, a lot of those guys from NEW came to Shotzi's house party last year.
Yes. Joe Starr, Gabe Sayers was there. Jakey Boy, of course. I mean, yeah, Leonidas, right? I mean, there's a lot of people from NEW that were there. A lot of people.
Like I said, I think Riot 2 is going to blow Riot 1 right out the water, for sure.
Out of the water.
I agree with that. And you know, I'm supporting it. I am going to definitely sponsor and support, as I always do, and I'm excited about it. And I mean, it's got to be cool. But, you know, I have to ask this question, and I know I shouldn't ask it, but, you know, I see Riot in the ring too, right? And I see, you know, you guys were there last year. And, I mean, would you like to be in NEW at some point down the road? I mean, I know, look at what Stephen Havoc has done here in a short amount of time. He and O'Malley get gold. They win the tag team titles. They take them from Reyes Silver and Zero, who was the world champion at the time, still is. I mean, pretty impressive accomplishment. I mean, would you guys like to actually be in NEW, one of the hottest companies around, period? I look at them as like they're right up there with TF Crew and what UWF was, and certainly IMF and all these other companies, ROEW. They're just, you know, they are red hot right now. I mean, thank you, DG, for the image there. And literally NEW is on fire. But I have to ask you guys, would you like to be wanted in NEW?
I would.
You would?
I would, and I personally have a lot of unfinished business over there. A lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They didn't even see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to me. So I have a lot to prove in Massachusetts, and especially in NEW.
I think that's a good point. What any chance, Mr. Banks, you would
I got a couple Cytos in me. Of course I'd like to go to NEW. They're good people out there. I wouldn't mind going there. I was supposed to be at the first Riot, but things happened, and
well, maybe you'll be wanted and show up there. Who knows? I mean, but you know, I'm excited. You know, I'm very excited about it, and you'd like to follow NEW, do that, and I would like to see that, especially, and for you guys, I would have to think you'd want to go there because look at what Havoc and O'Malley have done in such a short amount of time. I mean, I said it with Havoc last week. This is like the pinnacle of his career, winning the tag team titles in NEW with Rob O'Malley. So if Stephen Havoc and Rob O'Malley could do it, why not Mickey Vargas and Torrance Banks, you know?
Why not?
Why not?
And I say, you know, exactly, why not? You know,
why not?
That'd be kind of fun. Think about it, though. Us being tag team champions in NEW, like, that would be dope. I wouldn't mind.
If not, why not? Then, you know, who else?
I don't know. That's a great. I don't know. But I would think that seeing what they have done, I mean, you think about the victories that they've held, right? Tyson Spade and Joe Starr, and obviously Reyes Silver now in Zero, and I mean, quite an impact. They're at the pinnacle. But why not you and why not Torrance Banks? I just think that why not?
Why not?
If seeing what they've done.
I don't know, but I know that's up to the fans to figure it out. You know, I leave it up to the fans to answer that.
It's a great question. I think the fans would love to see you guys there. I really do. I think the fans would love to see you there in Massachusetts. A lot of people would like to see new talent. Get it? New NEW Underground Wrestling. We'll have to see it. We're here for a little while longer. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voiced figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. It is officially now on this date, House of Misfits Entertainment Day on all Sportswire radio platforms. And we're joined by two of those top individuals there. That is Mr. Torrance Banks and Mickey Vargas. Mickey's also going to be in action here coming up on February 1st in Allied Championship Wrestling. The 716 is coming to the Lone Star State. Mickey could be bringing some championship gold with him. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. Your voice figuratively and literally with all wrestling matters. And Mr. Pizzo, who very well could be our next version of Tony Khan or Dixie Carter or Vince McMahon, says he'd like to see you guys down there. He wants to duel, and maybe we'll see it there. So, all right. So, what else is for you guys? What else is
willing to come down?
What else? So, yeah, we'll definitely tell him. But what else is next for you guys? Obviously, got a little more time here. So, what else is next for Mickey Vargas and Torrance Banks?
Go ahead. Well, for me wise, I kind of want to start helping behind the scenes as well.
Yeah.
Helping other wrestling promotions behind the scenes and helping them make cards and show running and stuff like that for sure.
That's, I've heard guys talk about that. That's a really cool thing. Guys tell me without saying names, Tom, I really like getting involved in the editing and uploading the shows and being there and helping out, and it helps me if I want to go in different places. I mean, I've heard that. That's actually pretty smart, pretty intriguing. It'll give you a longer stay, and you'll be more relevant. You'll be, well, as a matter of fact, wanted a lot more in the wrestling circuit by learning those things. Get it? Dun-dun-dun.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
What about you, man?
What about you, Mr. Vargas? I know you want to go everywhere, Mickey Vargas. If you could wrestle in all 50 states, something tells me that you
100%.
You would.
100%. I mean, other than the IPW, Infused Pro Wrestling training school, which is, I don't know if I named it, but it's called Pile Driver University. That's a training facility that is the name for it. Pile Driver U for short. Other than that, my goal is just to, like you said, hit every state, pro or underground. You know what I mean? But it's, I want the best of the best. So if I'm going underground, it's got to be the best underground. If I'm going pro, it's got to be, I want the best of the best. That's my goal. And along the way, is to stay humble. That is my goal, is just to get out there and just prove that Buffalo, New York has more to prove, more to it than just, wings. We're more than just the Bills. We have real talent that comes out of the city. You know what I mean? Like real good things, not just what you see on the news, the snow and the crime.
I will remind you guys that Lex Luger also did come from Buffalo.
He did, and so did Mikey Whipwreck, and there's a few other notable wrestlers, but Beth Phoenix. There's other.
Yeah, I mean Buffalo. It's got a history.
There's so many different. There's notable, but I want to prove it there at a different standpoint, that we're coming from the underground. That I'm making a point to the real misfits, to the real underdogs of the wrestling scene, that you can do it, that you can go from the backyard and you can prove to yourself that no matter what these professional people say, you can do it.
Rad Dad did it. I mean, listen, Rad, I think, is one of the greatest underdog wrestlers. He was the GBYWN head, and he made it all the way to wrestling the Rock and Roll Express. He made it to obviously being the GTS Legacy YouTube champion, and what he's done in the independents. I think James Fury, our guest tomorrow, was in the middle of the backyard circuit years ago, and he's worked his way up the ladder. So yeah, I agree with you. I love that underdog mentality. And Zilla, don't leave the chat. We love you here on Sportswire. Definitely don't regret being here. We appreciate you. Stay in the chat. We love to see you, and you should be here every night, and we'll be here for a few more minutes. But no, I agree with you. Buffalo, to me, is a blue-collar, middle-of-the-road, hard-working, very much like the underground wrestling circuit. I always, even though I'm a Brooklyn guy, I'm here in New York City, but to me, Buffalo is kind of what the underground is. It's blue collar, hardworking, grinding, not giving up. And I really think that you guys, Shockey Boy, obviously representing it. Luke Draven was here. Onyx. I mean, I see, obviously, I know Havoc and O'Malley aren't quite Buffalo guys, but they kind of are in a way grandfathered. But you upstate guys, I think, are going to be representative of the underground circuit. And I really think that the best is yet to come. And before I do get to a few more things here and close the show out, please follow House of Misfits Backyard Entertainment Wrestling. I'm going to put that YouTube link here. I'm going to share the screen up here one more time. Please do me a favor. Go hit that sub button for them. We had a big turnout here tonight on Sportswire. I appreciate everybody here. We had like 20 or 21 people here on the chat at one point. Please go out there. If you were here, I saw a lot of guys from different places. If you haven't yet, hit the sub button for House of Misfits Backyard Entertainment Wrestling. I promise you, you won't regret it. We love them here. They are no longer unwanted. And it is also House of Misfits Entertainment Day on all Sportswire. Yes, Ed wants to talk to you guys. I'll share his phone number with you when we're off the air. You'll connect. You'll talk about a few things with him. But let's get to a few more things here. Let me go with you, Mickey Vargas. And you have any final words ahead of February 1st?
Just Houston, Texas, be ready. I'm coming, and I'm coming to make an impact. I'm not coming to joke around. I'm there for business. I'm not there to play. Big Hoss, I don't know why you're mad. You can stay mad. It doesn't make a difference to me. CJ Renegade, I'm gonna run right through you for my game plan to work out. That's the first step.
Nice.
And other than that, I mean, get ready to see Mickey Vargas all over Texas, all over the East Coast, all over the Midwest, all over. I'm gonna be all over. Expect my guys, my homies, my best friends, the unwanted, to be right next to me the whole entire time. Luke, Jeff, and Torrance, they're gonna be right next to me. My best friend.
Love it. I love all of it. And obviously, you want to see the poster itself. Very excited. The 716 comes to the Lone Star State here. Allied Championship Wrestling. It's going to be 2.5 weeks from now. Very excited about it. You should be too. Please support those who support us and support Mickey Vargas. And we're looking forward to talking with you about it afterwards. So very excited about that. And Pile Driver University sounds almost like the old WWF Pile Driver album. The WWF The Music way back in the day was the Pile Driver album. But don't hit us with a Pile Driver. Do that to your opponents. But Mr. Banks, you have anything you want to say before we get to closing thoughts? Anything else on your mind? Anything else you want to share?
What I want to say is that 2024 was a good year for me, personally.
Okay, good.
2025, this year coming up for me, is going to be one of the best years for me wrestling-wise.
Love it.
I got my brother Mickey here with me. We got Shock, we got Luke, and the unwanted, we're taking over. It's our turn. We've sat by, we've waited patiently for our opportunity. We're getting opportunities. We're coming and we're taking over. It don't matter who's in our way. I don't care if you're O'Malley, if you're Havoc, even if you're Grim from Grimm's Toy Show.
Yeah, we said a few things here about Grim on Sportswire, but I look at it like this. I just had Rhino on, I just had Stud Bronson on, and I just had James Fury on. So I know guys were like, we got to challenge Grim. I look at what I just had on here in the last week. So the way I look at it is like, you know what? They'll come. I really believe this. I believe this. Look, you just saw it with me, right? I had Rhino, Stud Bronson wrestling Savio Vega, James Fury, who was an MLW extra and was a TNA extra. I just had them all consecutively. So to me, you know what? God, I believe this. I don't talk about it often, but God will take care of it. It's all in God's hands. God is in control, and trust me on that. The best is yet to come, and I really believe for you guys, it's going to be the best year yet. I see a lot of great things in the future. I see Massachusetts with Riot in the Ring. I see you with Texas. I see you with Infused Pro Wrestling. I see a lot of things that I really believe are going to lead to the best in anything that you guys will ever do in 2025. Trust me. And Ed agrees, and I think Ed, I'll connect with you guys to Ed when we're off the air here. But we've covered a lot. I know you guys are busy men, so I'm going to pass the baton to you guys for some closing thoughts. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? The floor is yours.
Go for it, man. Yeah. So, House of Misfits, we're working on big things coming up. We got
Good.
I believe a new episode's coming out this week. This week, I believe.
I think somebody in the chat kind of spoiled it that the taping will come out. So I think,
sometime this week, a new episode's coming out. And yeah,
Good.
we're just working on big things. Vargas is working on big things. I'm working on big things. It's like, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. 2025 House of Misfits is going to be a big year.
I agree. And you know what? The subs are up. I remember, I think Shockey came on here. It was like 270, 280, and the subs were at 400. So I think we're going to get there. Listen, slow and steady wins a race, and I see a lot of momentum. Viewership is up. Shockey's house party did very well. You, Mickey, had a great match with D'Angelo LaFlame. I really believe that, a lot of good things are about to happen. So trust me, we're very excited. And one of my buddies here is the Tribal Cheese himself, who's a big follower on TikTok. He's one of the people that will actually get to see TikTok still because he's in the other side of the world. But thank you, my brother, for still tuning in to us. And I hope to see you on Sportswire soon. But also hit the sub button for our friends at House of Misfits Backyard Entertainment, Wrestling, and so on. Mickey, you got the last word tonight. Floor is yours.
I just want to leave off with this. Without sounding corny, all kayfabe aside.
No. You're good.
None of this, none of what I have going on, none of me actually progressively getting better in the ring would be possible without anyone at home. Not just the only one. It wouldn't be possible without anyone, without anybody. We're all a huge family, a big team. We're like a machine, honestly. So I just want to show all my love and appreciation at home. So if anyone is still watching or if you want to rewatch this, really go and support, go subscribe. It really does mean a lot. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this stuff, and we're very proud of our product.
Good.
And other than that, I just want to thank you for giving us this platform in order, to get all our stuff out there and promote. This business is about nothing but promotion. And when it comes to our aspect of wrestling, all wrestling does matter, and you have the biggest platform from that. So I just want to say thank you for that.
No, thank you for, what? I just want to take the time out to thank everybody because it's everybody's platform. And that's why everybody deserves a chance to be here. That's why I'm glad you guys got a chance to be here tonight because you guys do deserve to be here. You guys are no longer unwanted. And I believe that everybody should get a shot here. And I really believe that Rhino being here is not about me. It's about the people. The people brought Rhino here. Rhino wouldn't have been here if there was no views or no subscribers. Rhino came here because he saw that this was a place that I need to be here. Guys like that don't come to Johnny Come Lately podcasters. Stud Bronson wrestling Savio Vega next week and came here. He came to Sportswire because he believed and he saw the numbers. James Fury came here and is here tomorrow because of Willie the people. It's all the wrestlers, all the people, like you correctly said, put their blood, sweat, and tears, like the Tribal Cheese. Tribal Cheese has 10,000 followers on TikTok, 4,000 plus on YouTube. He comes here, he watches because he knows that this is the platform where everybody comes and it's a platform that Ed Pizzo, who's put a lot of money into his platform, who thinks that Sportswire is a place he should tune into. And I think that that's a reflection of all the people. That's not about me. Nobody wants to hear me and talk all day. It's about all the wrestlers, all the people in the chat. And I'm very humbled and honored that we're here and people want to be here every night. And I'll do it till my voice can go out, or maybe I'll pass the baton to you guys. But obviously, thank you, everybody. And it is a reminder. I will give this to you guys when we're off the air. And maybe after you come back in Texas, we'll put some of you guys in home in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. How do you think that sounds?
I've been looking forward to it.
Well, you know what? Get ready for it.
We talked about it a little bit.
Good. Well, you know what? Get ready for it because we're going to do it next month. So we're going to do it next month. Get ready for it. All right.
All right. Sounds
Get
good.
ready. We'll get some of you guys to come on here. And no picking on Torrance Banks. Torrance Banks did A-okay.
No, we love this guy. We love this guy.
We love you guys, and we love everybody here. That is Mickey Vargas, and that is Torrance Banks. Mickey Vargas is going to be in action coming up here in beautiful, I still think it's beautiful, Houston, Texas, at Allied Championship Wrestling. He's going to be there on February 1st in that very, very exciting battle royal. Also, Mickey Vargas is a part of Home Backyard Entertainment Wrestling. They're going to be in action very soon this week. Also, Right in the Ring 2, Torrance Banks is a part of Home. You'll see them also a part of Infused Pro Wrestling. Stay tuned for more details on that in the guys' pages. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. Hit the sub button for Home. Hit the sub button for me. Hit the like button for me. Also, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Today, officially now, James Fury, who's last seen an MLW big-time star here on Sportswire tomorrow. Please check that out. But until then, Zilla, be here, Zilla. We love you. Stay here. We need you. Always, you're welcome. You're our greatest fan. All of you, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. And until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, isn't it? Sportswire Radio, where all wrestling matters. Thank you so much. I'll see you.